Okay, hi guys, welcome to Becoming Housewife. It is a miracle, but both my babies are asleep, so I am going to do a quick April setup video for you, and I realized last time I did not make my screen big, so I apologize for that. But here is my budget. I have an April tab down here. It says March because basically all I did was copy and paste the March budget over into an April tab. And so, if you would like to go ahead, this is going to be me making my changes to my April budget. So I'm calling it April. These are some notes about things that I need to change for my sinking funds. The first thing I need to do is take out all of my income from last month. So I am going to erase all of these numbers. It is so sad to see all of my income going away. Okay, so we're at a zero balance, and I'm going to reset all of these backgrounds because I don't know where I'm over and under. And so I'm just going to reset all those. And I need to change these dates because it is not March, it is April. Is there a quicker way to do this? I apologize. And we're going to go look at the numbers, what we're going to set up for April. Okay, so April only has 4 Fridays in it, so my husband will not be getting that $6,000 income. And he gets $1,200 every Friday, so we're going to do $1,200 times 4. And so that's $4,600. Is that right? Nope, $4,800. Sorry. This is so $1,200 times 4, $4,800. So that is what we are expecting to get. I'm gonna click out or go into my March budget to see how much we had remainder. We have $1,187.62 remaining. And so this is what we used for the first of the month when our mortgage came out. This is so we carried this over, and we won't get paid until Friday. So right now we don't have an income section in our consult net payment over in the payment section. Tithes and offerings is going to be lower. We'll actually probably do about $10 to fast offerings. So 10% tithing, $10 fast offerings. So that is what we project for our tithes and offerings. Our mortgage actually went up. It is now $811 because of our escrow fees went up. Their property taxes and such are higher this year for the city that I live in, and our mortgage already came out, so I'm going to put that in there. And our car insurance is still that $10 over. It was that same amount as in March, so I'm going to do $102.73 for April. I should probably just change this to be $102.73 if I'm not going to call them, but I really do anticipate to call them and ask them why it went up $10. So I'm still going to put that in red. Health insurance hasn't come out yet. Cell phones will stay the same. Cable internet stay the same. Dominion Energy, I'm going to keep that at $100 still. Water, electric, grocery, budget, prescriptions, meds. I talked about last time wanting to take this out of a regular cost because I've now realized that it is kind of an irregular payment. So I'm going to put my medications into a sinking fund instead of a instead of a regular cost fund, because I only get my medications once every 3 months. And then I also want to include in my medication budget a little wiggle room for therapy. We have a great family therapist. We haven't need to go for a long time, but I want to have a fund there in case we do need to go all of a sudden if there's an emergency or something like that. So I want to create a medical sinking fund. I'm going to take this projected emergency fund out because I don't really know what I'm going to be putting in for a sinking fund. So these, let's see, mortgage and car insurance came out, so I can take that off of there. And I need to create a medical fund. So these are the things that I need to do this month. I need to change my lawn care amount. Before we were just putting in $100. Now that it is becoming spring, we actually have the people that are taking care of our lawn. We pay them $200 a month. So I need to change that to $200. Our medical deductible, last month I forgot that we had a medical deductible and we had to pay a $1,500 deductible up front. And so now I need to create a sinking fund where we put money into it each month. A charity fund. My husband and I talked about the idea of putting $5 a month into an account where if we see somebody in need, then maybe it's a little kid wanting to buy candy at a grocery store, or if my husband wants to buy his coworker an ice cream or something like that. Just somewhere where we can actually do some giving. And I don't think we'll probably spend our $5 this month, but I want it to accrue into a fund so that someday if we see somebody, maybe, I would love to maybe spring for a haircut for a homeless person or something, and if we have $30 or $40 in that account, just as we see needs arise. If there's somebody in front of me in a grocery line that I feel like could use some help, I would love to pay for someone's groceries, or, someone's standing in front of me in a food line or behind me or something, and I, getting fast food, and I say, I want to pay for the meal of the car behind me, or just something like that to help brighten people's day. So I want to create a little charity fund. I know we pay tithing, but a lot of the time, my husband and I, we don't really see where those tithes go. We just kind of pay it mindlessly, but I thought it would be fun to do some giving where we can actually feel the, do something more in our community where we can see kind of some of the results, or actually be able to see ourselves make someone else happy. I want to create a children's fund because I don't really have a place where I'm budgeting for things that like sippy cups, or, when my son is potty training and I need to buy him one of those little potty seats. I need somewhere where I can take that out of. So I'm going to put $25 into a children's fund, and then I want to have that medical fund where I'm just accruing money for prescriptions, and it'll be like a medical / therapy / medication. I guess it'll be more of a medication fund. So that is what I want to change in my income and expenses in my sinking fund area. So we keep eating up this home repair upkeep, so I'm going to bump this up to $150. Anniversary will stay the same at $100. Medical deductible for 2018, I'm going to change this now because it'll be actually for next year that we're going to be saving. And I'm going to do $120 a month into that account. And then eventually that'll need to have $1,500 in it for our deductible. Family vacation will stay the same. Car repair maintenance, that'll stay the same. Christmas stays the same. Yard care goes up to $200. Birthdays and holidays stays the same. Electronics stays the same. IUD, I don't need to pay for my IUD anymore, so this is where I'm going to create a prescriptions / therapy fund. And I think before I had $65 going into that account. I think that's the amount of my prescription every 3 weeks. So I'm going to do $50. And therapy costs about $80 when we go, and if we just kind of have that built up, I might do like a max of 200, and then when we dip down on that 200, then I will put more money into it again, just so that we always kind of have 200 in there for prescriptions, medication, and therapy. Clothing, I'm going to keep it at $50, even though we do tend to always zero out that budget. Food storage, I'm going to keep that the same. Pet, keep the same. I'm going to call our dog's vet to see what we can do for what comes up next. I think we have shots coming up. We're going to keep eating out the same. Mad Money stays the same, and date nights will stay the same. We still have some money left over in these accounts. I don't have very much money left over, but and we even took $50 out of eating out and date night last month to pay for my IUD. But I think as our boys are getting older, we'll hopefully be able to do a little bit more splurgy fun things. Okay, so I'm going to go back up here. Okay, so I changed my lawn care to $200. I changed my medical deductible. I did not create my charity fund. I did not create my children's fund. I did do my medical fund. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new line, one below. Did that do that right? Let's make sure. Nope. So this, because this didn't merge, I'm going to undo that, and I'm actually going to add it a little bit higher just because I want to make sure that it's entered into this column section where it adds up. And so I'm going to add 2 lines, and I'm going to call one charity, and we're going to have $5 in there each month, and then if my husband or I spend that money, then we'll let each other know. But I'm thinking we're just going to wait for it to build up until one day, you know, somebody comes along into our lives and we say, I really need to buy that person a meal, I need to get them clothes, I need to do whatever. We made an agreement that we can't just hand out cash to them, that we actually need to purchase it for them, because we have a lot of homeless people in our area, but just to make sure that the money is going for something that will sustain them, not maybe something that might increase a bad habit. So sorry, I forgot. Oh, and a children's fund. So charity fund we took care of, and then I'm going to create a children's fund. I'm just going to copy that and paste it down here. Nope, because it didn't do the right font. We're going to undo that and call it Children's Needs. I'm going to do $25 a month in there. I think if that adds up, maybe one day we can take like diapers and stuff. I've been trying to do my diapers in my grocery budget, and it's getting really tight between diapers and formula, but I still want to keep it at $400. I want to try to do $100 per month per person. Okay, so that leaves us with a final balance of $1,703.73 that would be projected to roll over. So I'm going to keep $1,100 in this account for next month, and so that means that I will be able to put $603.73 towards our emergency fund. And hopefully we stick to this budget, and we don't have any Murphy moved in moments. And that is our budget for this month. If you guys have any additional sinking funds that you do for things that you have found that come along, I'd love to hear what it is that you guys have in your sinking funds. I'm finding as I do my budget that I'm having more odd things come up, like, you know, things like sippy cups and just weird things where it's like, I don't even know where to put that in my budget. So I hope this children's needs area will take care of some of that. And I think the charity area will be something that my husband and I can do that's kind of fun, where we can see our giving going to other places. So I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you again soon.